race had an amazing ending last night. After crisscrossing continents at breakneck speed, the game slowed to a crawl because of a bad case of gridlock. In the end, Chip and Kim crossed the finish line first, and they're here this morning to collect their prize, $1 million. Well deserved. Welcome back to the Early Show. I'm Julie Chen in Los Angeles. Renee Seiler is on assignment. Hannah Storm and Harry Smith are in our New York studio. Good morning, guys. How fantastic was that ending?
Amazing finish, and I'm not sure anybody really would have predicted they would have come out the winners if you'd have, really looked around the country and said, are they going to win at the end of this hour?
They were so positive, so optimistic, and I think that really paid off.
I just happen to have $1 million in my pocket that I'm getting ready to give away. Where's your goofy hat? I don't even recognize it. Chip and Kim from The Amazing Race when we come right back. Last night on the breathtaking Amazing Race finale, it was a sprint to the finish. After traveling across 6 continents in just 29 days, there was only one hurdle left to clear to win the $1 million prize. Rush hour traffic in Dallas.
Oh my God. It's gonna take a miracle.
We gotta get there as soon as possible.
Chip and Kim, you are the official winners of the Amazing Race. Congratulations, you have won the $1 million.
No happier human beings in the world. The Amazing Race champs Chip and Kim are here with us. Along with the rest of the Final Four teams, Colin and Christy, Brandon and Nicole, and the bowling moms, Linda and Karen. Good morning, everybody. Good to have you here. They all still sort of have smiles on their faces, but you know what? They would much rather be sitting where you are sitting right here. Going into the last leg, did you feel like you really had a shot?
Going into the last leg, yes, we did. We felt we had a shot, even though pulling my weight up that mountain, man, that was strenuous.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it was very interesting because you were in Calgary, and you were very late in Calgary. You were way behind in Calgary. You had to do the luge like 105 times. I couldn't believe that. He was on top of you on the luge, right?
He was.
What was up with that?
That was so difficult, Harry. But the one thing we said, we just cannot give up. That was our motto during this whole entire race. Yeah, Don't give up.
So you come in late into Calgary, and as it turns out, there's fog. It's delayed the plane that was supposed to come in from Dallas that was going to take everybody out in Dallas. You're the only ones who know you get the last 2 seats on that plane, a United Airlines plane, and my gosh, that gave you all the advantage you needed.
Right, that's the thing that happened. We were so late. It's like it was a miracle that if we would have been like 10 or 15 minutes earlier, we probably wouldn't get that information. It was surreal when the lady told Kim, she said, right. Oh, wait, this just in. The plane has been delayed 2 hours. We said, oh, my God. Then we started strategizing, and we said, how can we keep a straight face when we go back to the other guys and not let them know?
Because here's the deal. Colin and Christy were dominant through this entire race.
Never better racers ever.
And here's the thing, because I remember a couple of weeks ago you said, at some point, Colin will make a mistake. Will make a mistake. Colin, were you guilty of any overconfidence when you got there, you got on that plane, you booked that flight right away? Later on, you said, even last night, you said, the real Colin would have double booked, triple booked, quadruple booked. You even got yourself a car service in Dallas to pick you up the next day. Were you overconfident?
Honestly, Harry, I don't think we were overconfident. We knew good and well what could happen at any given time in the race, and it was a mistake I made for sure. I should have booked flights on every single flight to Dallas that day, and it was such an obvious choice. It was a direct flight. There's plenty of room on the flight. I figured, okay, all the 3 teams will be on this flight.
You have no way of knowing that one flight's going to be delayed and the other flight's not going to be delayed. The American flight, because it was coming in several hours ahead, was just so obvious the choice. If they had been closer together, we probably would have booked several tickets on different flights. But
We got to do some
unfortunately-
business, because I'll tell you what, especially in that rice patty last night. Colin, what did you say? I hate you.
Well, that was actually to the ox. But
That was to the ox.
Well, you can ask Chrissy. She wasn't even anywhere near me when I said that. But
There was a lot of volatility watching you complete.
well, actually, I'll make one quick comment here.
Yeah.
You know, Chrissy and I we get a pretty rotten edit. I'm like this raging lunatic psycho, and Chrissy's this submissive girlfriend that just puts up with it, which actually couldn't be farther from the truth.
No, you guys hug and kiss and spoon over there. I need to talk to Brandon and Nicole a little bit. Now, Nicole, when Chip is coming up the mountain there and you guys are, Brandon is flying up that mountainside. What did they call that thingamajig you were going up? Whatever it was.
Ascender.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ascender. There was tape of you. It sounded like you were counting the money already.
Counting the money?
Yes. Boy, that $1 million is going to be so good, so good. Did you think you had it in hand at that point?
Oh, no way. I mean, that was only the 11th leg. We knew we still had one more leg to go.
Yeah.
And, you know, Brandon and I, you know, we always said we're just going to take it one leg at a time. And as long as we weren't eliminated, you know, that was good enough for us because you can always pull ahead.
Yeah.
So I wasn't at all thinking that we had it in the bag.
Sure.
I was just, you know, excited that we would have a lead on on the leg.
Brandon, did you think it was all over when Nicole just completely fell apart on the ski slope there, on the bike there in Calgary, when she just crocodile tears are pouring down her face?
I mean, I had no idea. You never know how long or short a leg is.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I had no idea where we were, what was to come.
How did you feel about competing in the race? Was it all in all a good experience for you?
Absolutely. I mean, the title is fitting for the race. I mean, it's amazing. And, you know, it's cool that we got to start and we got to finish. We never had to hear those
We just
awful
never wanted
words
to be
from
eliminated.
Now,
Phil,
here's a
you're
real important
eliminated.
question. How is your relationship? Because it certainly was tested over the entirety of the race.
Right. Our relationship is great. I mean, we're taking it one day at a time, and we've been dating for almost 2 years, and, you know, we love each other. Brandon's traveling around right now, but we're doing good.
Yeah? Brandon?
No, things are great.
Yeah, okay. We'll come back.
I mean, I don't have a ring.
Yeah, the quiet. Here's the
But,
quiet assignment. All right, now hang on a second. Bowling moms. Who doesn't love the bowling moms? Everybody.
Thank you.
Everybody loves the bowling moms. Everybody pulling for the bowling moms.
We tried.
How was it doing that ascender thing? Because you guys were ahead of Colin. Chris, you guys pulling up. It was
Most
so
difficult
hard.
thing I had to do on the race. And I thought if I could have got to the top before Colin showed up, we would have been racing for the $1 million. It was just too hard. I couldn't do it.
What was it like then to get to that spot and then have Phil turn to you and say, adios?
You know, we had a trip around the world. At that point, we knew we were last. We knew it was over. We ran a good race, and we had an absolutely fantastic time.
How was it? How have your families been watching this week after week after week? How proud are they of you?
Oh, our kids are so supportive. I mean, they've been watching the race the entire time with us. We did not tell them how we did. So each week, you know, when we lost our money in Egypt, they were like, "Don't do that to us again, Mom."
That was the amazing episode when you guys had to literally go begging. You were the first ones
Yes.
to have to go begging for money to enable to continue your trip.
That's why we didn't want to be last anymore. We'd had it. We're not begging anymore.
All right. Well, listen, you guys are all fantastic contestants, but we want to stick around for just a second. Phil Kogan is going to be here. We've got the $1 million, and Chip and Kim will ask you how you're going to spend it. You're watching The Early Show on CBS. You're going to be right back with $1 million. It's time for the big payoff. Here's Amazing Race host Phil Kogan. Congratulations, oh, by the way, on the second Emmy.
Well, it's a big team. Firstly, I'd love to say congratulations to all our teams for giving us an incredible race. The Bowling Moms for all their tenacity. You guys for your continued spirit and your faith in God, right? And congratulations to you guys. I think you have a very happy parent there and a wedding to organize.
Colin's mom.
Absolutely. But at the end of the day, the race is all about getting from the start to the finish in the fastest time. And you guys surprised a lot of people, but you guys hung in there. You kept saying you'd do it. Every time you came in there, my ribs are recovering from a very big hug.
Show me the money.
We had a lot of complaints from other winners about the size of the check, Harry, so we have reduced the $1 million check into something more manageable. Chip and Kim, you are the winners, the official winners of the Amazing Race. This is an official check for $1 million. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I'll let you hold on to the money.
You've been waiting for this check because the race ended some months ago. You've been waiting for it. Now that you have it in your hands, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? What are you going to do with the money?
Well, first off, we're going to tithe to our church, Jubilee South Coast in San Juan
Number one
Capistrano.
priority.
And then also Velocity Entertainment. We're investing a lot in that because we're working with Russ Regan. He discovered Elton John, the Beach Boys, and he's got a new artist, Scott Grimes, and we're really excited about that. And then we're going to pay off a lot of bills, man, because we had a rough 2 years.
Now, who are these guys?
This is my sisters, Leah and Cara. My mom's back here. We have Big Vonda Ray and Kay. And my attorney, Mary Helen, the best attorney.
The attorney is here.
Oh, my goodness. That's right, baby.
They want a piece of the check.
Chip Incorporated here. All right, real quick here. Now, who's it, Colin? Introduce.
This is actually my mom, Mary Lynn.
I'm
Our mom.
Had you any idea this was coming? Did he tell you?
No, not at all. Not at all. I thought it was going to happen during one of the episodes. I watched everyone just knowing it was going to happen, so I was totally surprised just
Chrissy,
now.
how are you doing?
I'm still in shock. I feel like I did it all wrong. I took the ring. I wasn't supposed to do that. I put it on the right hand. It's supposed to be on the left hand.
None of that stuff matters.
Yeah,
None of that stuff matters.
Yeah.
So happy for you two. So happy. Congratulations.
Thanks,
you guys
Harry.
had a good time with it?
Thank you.
All right. Now here's the crazy stuff. We heard about the bowling moms for all of these weeks. There are bowling dads too. We've got Dr. Phil when we come back. You're watching The Early Show on CBS. Good job, everybody.